Yo, what's going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video for you guys, and today it's going to be another tactics video. These are for your weekend league games. It is currently Saturday morning, so we had the first little night of weekend league during team of the season, and God, it was sweaty, but these tactics definitely helped me get those rank 1 rewards for one of our customers. So super excited to show you guys these. But before we do get into it, if you haven't already, please like the video, drop a sub if you do want more content like this, and also just drop a comment. Let me know if you've got any questions about the game, anything team related, any videos you want to see. Let me know down in the comments. And also, like I said, we do play games for customers. We can need to try and get them the rank 1 reward. So if you are interested, again, message me on YouTube or visit the link down below to book, or you can message Improve Your Rank on Twitter. If you want to have professional players play your weekend league games, they can be streamed. There's loads of cool stuff we can do with it. So if you are interested, like I said, visit the link down below. So the formation we are doing today is the 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1 for me is my favourite formation to use personally. It's the one that I rely on every single week when I'm playing these weekend league games. I think it just provides so much structure and a great way of playing FIFA. So super excited to show you guys all of this stuff and really just get into it. So defensive style is on balanced. Again, for me, using any kind of press tactic doesn't work, and drop back just isn't worth it. The press tactics, they just drain your stamina way too much, and it just becomes just nowhere near worth it, and your players end up running around like chickens. It's just not worth it. Obviously you use constant pressure if you're losing, but outside of that, balanced is the way. Now width is on 45, mainly because I don't want my fullbacks like going too far out. I want them to try and tuck in near those centre backs, make sure we don't concede any silly through ball runs. Also be available to try and press some midfielders maybe if they're going for some finesse shots. We all know if you've got finesse shot plus, they're absolutely crazy. So make sure you defend them as much as you can. So yeah, 45 width is just the perfect thing for me. Obviously you're a bit more vulnerable to corners and crosses and things like that, which are an issue this year. So if you do want to have it a little bit wider, you definitely could. But for me, that's what makes sense. Now, depth again is on 45 for me personally. I don't like to go too deep. I like to try and hold some form of higher line, but also I don't want to be too high because I don't want to just allow easy over the top through balls and just silly opportunities to be made against me. So 45 depth is the one for me. It just seems to work. It just seems to be that kind of perfect balance between being high but also not being too far back for me anyway. Now, build up play again is on balance for me. There aren't any that really make any sense for the 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3 is a lot more of a structured style of playing and passing. Everyone's got their positions. You're fairly spread across the pitch. And for me, having any of the build-up plays just kind of drags players out of positions and makes stuff pretty difficult for you. So for me, balanced is the absolute play. Chance creation is on direct passing. Now, obviously, with direct passing, it is just an absolute like broken in-game thing. You just have to be using it. It's just unreal. So if you don't know what it does, it basically helps your players make better in behind runs for obviously through balls and things like that. We all know how busted they are, and with how good some of these cards are, especially the team of the season ones, they're going to have incredible pace stats, great attacking positioning, and they're going to make insane in behind runs. So you've got to be ready for that. Now, width is on 45 as well. Again, we are going 45s across the board. This is mainly just because I like to have those wide cams just coming that tiny bit more narrow. Just try and be a bit more involved in the central areas as well. But also we still want them fairly wide, so we're not going to really push it down because we still do want that extra width in case, you know, we need to just switch play, try and run down the line for a cross maybe. A lot of different things. So, yeah, 45 width for me, again, is just kind of a perfect balance. Now, players in the box is on 6. For me, again, it's fairly perfect. I've used this formation for thousands of games. And for me, 6 players in the box is definitely the way to go. What it does, basically, it means your strikers and your cam get into the box, and you also maybe have a late runner from a midfielder, whilst also having your 2 wide cams in and around the box. But you'll still have one midfielder that sits off on the edge, just to make sure, again, that we have that passing option to try and circulate the ball if we can't break down our opponents. Now, corners are on 2 and free kicks are on 1. This is mainly just due to a set piece tactic that I like to use. But if you want to know more about that, then like I said, let me know down in the comments. This is how I do have my team laid out. Pretty crazy team. And these are the instructions. So stay central, get in behind on my striker. This is again to make sure he's as available for in behind through balls and things like that. We want him to be in the most deadly positions on the pitch to try and score goals. So yeah, our striker, stay central, get in behind, be as available for through balls as he can be. Now, our central cam is on stay forward, get into the box for cross. Now, this is because I do want my central cam specifically, almost playing like a second kind of shadow striker style. The striker and your central cam will be partnering up a lot in terms of moving the ball around and really trying to create those chances. Arguably, at times, your cam actually scores more than your striker because he's the one that generally comes onto the end of a pass maybe, or picks the ball a little bit up further from deep and maybe might dribble through a few players as well. So stay forward for that, and then obviously get into the box with cross, like I said, to try and make those kind of overlapping runs from your striker and basically play it as a 2-striker formation. It basically plays a bit more like a defensive 4-4-2 at times, but just also with the narrower cams, which it works so well. Again, so we do have both of our wide cams on comeback, on defense, get into the box for cross. Now, this is because we do want them to basically help defend as much as we can. But a lot of people will look at this and say, well, Clutch, do they even go forward anymore? And the answer is definitely yes. They will still absolutely bomb on. I don't want you to think that they'll just sit back and hide because they're on comeback on defence. They will still absolutely bomb forward. It just means when we do not have the ball, they will come back and try and help your fullbacks to defend and just basically settle into basically a deeper 4-4-2 and really try and defend that goal. But we'll still have great counter-attacking options as well with our cam and our striker. So yeah, again, still very defensively solid, but also still a massive threat going forward too. So I do have both of my CDMs on stay back while attacking cover centre. Now, this isn't necessarily the most popular choice for a lot of the pros and the higher level players. A lot of them may want someone who kind of goes a little bit further forward, but for me, all the attacking work is generally done with my front 4. I might have one of my midfielders who can crack a long shot that might score from time to time or very rarely make a late run. But for me personally, I much prefer to have 2 centre mids just sat back, protecting my back line, making sure I don't concede any silly counter-attacks, and generally speaking, leaving my front 4 just try and score goals and attack. So that is just kind of what I've been doing with my setup. I do have both of my centre backs and my keeper all on default instructions, and then I do have both of my fullbacks on stay about while attacking. Pretty self-explanatory, just means that I just want to make sure, again, I'm as defensively strong as possible. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please, like I said, drop a thumbs up, drop a comment if you've got any questions or if you want to see more videos like this. And if you do want your games played by professionals to get the best rewards, visit improveyourrank.co.uk. And I think you can use code LIVE15 for a 15% discount strictly for this week during TOTS Live. So if you are interested, go and visit the link down below.